So let's take up the question. ABC Limited produce and sales certain typing mistake. And sells product Z. The following are the cost and the other relevant data relating to a year. Opening stock, we have all these particulars related to it. Now, before going on deep into the calculation, our first task is to calculate the closing stock. Because in this particular question, we are not given the closing stock, we are only given the opening stock. So how we will calculate the closing stock? Closing stock is calculated as follows. Opening stock, opening stock, then opening stock is 15,000 units. Next is add production. How much production we have done? Opening stock was 15,000 units. Closing stock production we have done for the year was 75,000 units. And these are the goods available for sale. We will find the goods available for sale. That is 90,000. 90,000 units. I think we are clear with the fact. Opening stock, production, and opening stock, we will add the production, and finally we will get the goods available for sale. And after 90,000, we have actually sold 70,000 units. 70,000 units. Now, this is our closing stock, which is 20,000. 20,000 units. So, in opening stock, we added production, we got goods available for sale, and out of 90,000, we sold 70,000 units, which has been given in the question. And closing stock, then after deducting 70,000 from 90,000, we got the closing stock, that is 20,000 units. Now, we will start making income statement under absorption costing. Income statement under absorption costing. First of all, without having any second thought, let's make the income statement. We will record sales. Sales are 70,000 units at the rate of rupees 80 per unit. So we will be having 56 lakh, that is 70,000 into 80. 70,000 multiplied by 80. We got 56 lakh as the answer. Next is, as we are making income statement under absorption costing, so there is no, as already told you, we will directly calculate the cost of sales, and there will be no differentiation between fixed and variable cost. So first of all, raw material. Raw material is 15 lakh. Then we have direct labor. Direct labor is 11,25,000. And after adding these two, we are trying to solve this question as like costing statement so that there is more clarity regarding the different types of cost associated. So this is 26,25,000. Now, after prime cost, we will take out factory overheads. Factory overheads are given in the question 9 lakh and 7,50,000, and there is no differentiation between fixed and variable. So we will copy them as it is. We will copy them here so that there is more clarity and in the question. After that, we will get the work cost. And work cost is calculated as 42,75,000. Now we will add administrative overheads. As we know, after prime cost, we usually take administrative overheads. Sorry, after work cost, we take administrative overheads. So we will record these administrative overheads in after work cost. Here we are recording. Next is after administrative overhead fixed, 4,50,000. Cost of production comes out to be 47,25,000. Now, as we have been given closing stock and opening stock. Now these closing stock and opening stock are given, and when we are preparing an income statement as per absorption costing, so we need to adjust the values of opening stock and closing stock in this particular absorption costing statement. Cost of production is 47,25,000. Now we know that after cost of production, we usually add opening stock of finished goods. Finished goods are C. Cost of production is 47,25,000, and we know number of units are 75,000 which are being produced. So this 47,25,000 is for 75,000 units. Now what will be the per cost? What will be the unit per cost or cost per what? Then we have to analyze what will be the cost per unit. So we will divide this 47,25,000 divided by 75,000, and we will get rupees 63. Now, opening stock of finished goods. We know opening stock of finished goods is given 15,000 units and cost per unit is rupees 63. Now, what will be the cost of these 15,000 units? Then we will multiply this particular cost per unit by rupees 63. Sorry, it's a mistake. we will get the value of 9,45,000. Now we will deduct less closing stock of finished goods. Closing cost stock of finished goods we have calculated is 20,000 over here. 20,000, and we know cost per unit is rupees 63. So we will multiply this particular cost by 63 and we will get 12,60,000. 12,60,000. Then we got cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is 44,10,000. Next, selling overheads. Selling overheads is variable and we have to calculate as fixed. Variable overheads are given as 3,75,000 and fixed are given 3 lakh. Profit is now we will do all these calculation, and after doing these calculation we got a figure of 50,85,000. And finally, after deducting this value from 56 lakh, we got a profit of 5,15,000. So this is a profit under absorption costing statement when we have been given the opening stock and closing stock value. Now, in order to make you things more clear, I will again brief up the solution so that you can have more clarity. We have been given a question and we have been given a value of opening stock, and we need to prepare income statement as per absorption costing and income statement as per marginal costing. Before proceeding for doing any sort of calculation, first of all do the basic calculation. Basic calculation says we have been given opening stock 15,000 units. We will add production, then we will get the goods available for sale, that is 15,000 plus total production done, 90,000. Now if out of 90,000 the company has sold 70,000 units, so the closing stock will be 90,000 minus 70,000 will give you 20,000. Now let us proceed in making an income statement under absorption costing. We know sales is 70,000 units at the rate of rupees 80 per unit. So it will be, sales will be output into price per unit will give you 56 lakhs. From this we will deduct cost of sales. We know when we are preparing income statement under cost of sales, we usually do not do differentiation between variable cost and fixed cost. Raw material is 15 lakh, direct labor is 11 lakh 25,000. We will get the prime cost 26 lakh 25,000. Factory overheads we are mentioned over here as variable and fixed. We will copy them as it is. And finally, after adding all these figures, we will get the work cost. In after work cost, we usually add administrative overheads, which are given as fixed, and variables are not mentioned in the question. So we will record administrative overheads fixed 4,50,000. After adding administrative overheads in work cost, we will get the cost of production 47,25,000. Now, cost of production 47,25,000 is for 75,000 units. For we need to adjust opening and closing stock of finished good. So for that purpose, we will calculate the cost per unit for 47,25,000 divided by 75,000, which will come out to be rupees 63. Add opening stock of finished goods. Opening stock. Opening stock of finished goods. We know opening stock is given in the question as 15,000 units. 15,000 units into 63, 9,45,000. Less closing stock of finished goods. We know closing stock is 20,000 units. Multiplied by 63, we will get 12,60,000. Now, after adjusting these values, addition and subtraction, we will get the cost of goods sold 44,10,000. And we usually add selling overheads and cost of goods sold, which are given as variable and fixed. We will add them, and finally we will get the profit figure. We will do the adjustments of all these adjustments. First, we will add all these figures, like from here to here. Then we will deduct closing stock. After that, we will add all these values in that particular in cost of goods sold, and we will get 50,85,000. And from 56 lakh, we will deduct 50,85,000, which is usual. It's a cost of sales or cost of total cost based on absorption costing. They generally do not differentiate between fixed and variable overheads. And finally, we will get the profit 5,15,000. Now, next is we need to prepare income statement under marginal costing with same figure, with same values. So first of all, without any second thought, we will record the sales. That is 70,000 into 80. ₹56 lakh. Now we will deduct variable cost or marginal cost. Marginal cost or variable cost. We will take all variable cost first, as we know we usually do in marginal costing statements. So it will be like this: raw material, and all these values will remain same. So we will copy them as it is. Now next is factory overheads. Factory overheads. Factory overheads, we will first take variable, that is 9 lakh. Next is, we know this 9 lakh. After adding all these values, we will be getting variable manufacturing cost. Variable manufacturing cost, again it will be for 75,000 units, and it will be after deducting all these values from 56 lakh, we will get let's copy this 56 lakh over here so that we can have more clarity. We will deduct all these values from 56 lakh. We will get variable manufacturing cost, that is 35 lakh 25,000. Now, after dividing this value from this value, we will get cost of production per unit. $35 lakh 25,000. Let me calculate it for you. It is, let us do the calculation. 35 lakh 25,000 divided by 75,000 will give you 47. So it will give you rupees 47 per unit. Next is, we will do the same thing as we have done under absorption costing. We will add opening stock, opening stock, opening stock, it is 15,000 multiplied by 47. It will give you 7 lakh 5,000 value. Now, after adding opening stock, we will deduct the value of closing stock. It will give you a value of 20,000 multiplied by 47. It will give you a value of 9 lakh 40,000. So we will get variable manufacturing cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. It will be 32 lakh 90,000. Sorry, we need to mention it in a different column. 32 lakh 90,000. We will add selling overheads variable. Which is 3,75,000. It will give you the value of, after adjusting these values, you will get the value of 36,65,000. And finally, when you deduct variable, all sort of variable cost from sales, you will get the contribution. Contribution is 19,35,000. Okay. Before moving on further, let me explain you once again so that there is no confusion remaining. First is sales is calculated. From sales, all sort of marginal or variable cost is deducted. Raw material, direct labor, factory overheads, variable. And after adjusting these values, after deducting the addition of these values from 56 lakh, you will get variable manufacturing cost 35 lakh 25,000. This variable manufacturing cost is for 75,000 units, which we have already calculated while calculating the cost of production, sorry, closing stock. And finally, to get the cost per unit, we will divide 335 lakh 25,000 by 75,000, and cost of production per unit is equal to rupees 47 per unit. In this, we will add opening stock 15,000 into 47, 7 lakh 5,000. Then we will deduct closing stock of 20,000 units at the rate of rupees 47 per unit, which will come out to be 9 lakh 40,000. In this, we will get, after doing all these adjustments, we will get the variable manufacturing cost of goods sold, that is 32 lakh 90,000. In this, we will add selling overheads variable, which will be 3 lakh 75,000, and after doing all these adjustments, we will get the value of 36 lakh 65,000. So this is a portion from here to here is a part of your variable cost calculation, and we will deduct this particular 36 lakh 65,000 from sales, and finally we will get the contributions, because if we will deduct variable cost from the sales, we always get the contribution under marginal costing statement. Now from contribution, we will deduct fixed cost. Fixed cost, we all know fixed costs have already been given in the question. We need not, they don't change with the change in output. So definitely we will copy them as it is. First fixed cost is given of factory overheads. So let us copy it here. Factory overheads, that is fixed 75,000. Next is administrative overheads, those are also fixed, which is of value 4 lakh 50,000. There is no difference, there is no change in it actually. It's a problem. We will copy, Control C. Now, what is left is selling overheads. Selling overheads, we have fixed 3 lakh. Now, when we will deduct this selling overheads, we will get the profit. After adjusting these values in 19 lakh 35,000, we will get a value of 15 lakh. And we will deduct this 15 lakh from contribution, and we will be arriving at a profit value, that is 4 lakh 35,000. 4 lakh 35,000. Now this is a profit figure under marginal costing. I'll brief it up again. Sales is 56 lakhs. From it, we will deduct all variable costs we have already discussed. We will finally getting the contribution. From contribution, we will deduct all fixed costs, factory overheads, which are fixed, administrative overheads, fixed value, selling overheads, fixed value. and we will add on all these values over here, and from 19,35,000 we will deduct this contribution minus fixed cost which will give you a profit of 4,35,000. So this is how we got the state profit under marginal costing. Now what you have seen that profit under absorption costing is more than the profit under marginal costing. So what is basically the difference in profit? We will mention it over here for our general understanding. Difference in profit, we can see marginal costing is having 5,15,000. Then we are having 4,35,000, which will be 80,000. So this is your difference in profit. Now, why this difference has arisen? The question is why this difference has arisen. This difference has arisen because of the difference in valuation of stocks in both cases, as we have done in case of absorption costing valuation of a stock, and similar valuation of stock we have done in case of marginal costing. So let me explain why difference in profit arises due to difference in valuation of stock, and how we will let us explain this situation. First of all, we will write over here opening stock, and then we have closing stock. Now opening stock value in case of absorption costing, value in absorption costing. Let us explain this concept. Value in absorption costing and value in marginal costing. Now, opening stock value in absorption costing we have calculated as 9,45,000. And in case of marginal costing, it was 7,05,000. 7,05,000. Now, in case of closing stock, value in absorption costing was 12,60,000. And in case of marginal costing, it was 9,40,000. Now, what is the difference? Difference is 2,40,000. And in case of closing stock, difference is 3,20,000. Now this difference is 80,000. Net difference 80,000. That is 3,20,000 minus 2,40,000 will give you 80,000. 80,000. 80,000 is a net difference. As you can see, difference in profit is 5,15,000. Difference in profit in case of absorption costing and marginal costing is 80,000. And this difference is due to the difference in value of opening and closing stock. Value in absorption costing of opening stock is 9,45,000 and in marginal costing is 2,40,000, which is a difference of 2,40,000. 7,05,000. Sorry, I repeat it again. Value in absorption costing in case of opening stock is 9,45,000. Value in marginal costing of opening stock is 7,05,000. In case of closing stock, value in absorption costing is 12,60,000. Value in marginal costing is 9,40,000. So this difference between opening and closing stock in both the cases comes out to be 80,000, and same difference you can find in case of profit. So basically this difference is due to the difference in the valuation of a stock, which is showing in the profit also. And one thing which is noted is that I'll write it in a form of statement, then it will be more clear to you. When closing stock is more than opening stock, sales is less than productions. Sales is less than production. Profit under absorption costing will be more than the profit under marginal costing. Profit under absorption costing will be more than the profit under marginal costing. When closing stock is more than opening stock, it simply means when sales is less than the production. Here, closing stock is more than opening stock. Closing stock is 20,000 and opening stock is 15,000. The profit under absorption costing is more than the profit under marginal costing. So these are the certain points you should remember, that difference in profit arises due to difference in valuation of a stock, which we have shown. I have shown you after proof this statement with the help of calculation. As you can see, net difference in the valuation of a stock is 80,000. Similar difference is found to be in case of profit. And when closing stock is more than opening stock, profit under absorption costing is more than the marginal costing. Similarly, you can see 5,15,000 is the profit of absorption costing and 4,35,000 is a profit under marginal costing.